Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will discuss characteristics of good and effective listener. Students, in our previous lecture, we discussed the introduction to listening and effective listening skills. So, in continuation with our previous lecture, today we will discuss characteristics of good and effective listener. So let's begin with our today's topic. Characteristics of good and effective listener. Good and effective listener tries to give maximum amount of thought to the speaker's ideas being communicated, leaving a minimum amount of time for mental exercises to go off track. So, a- an effective or a good listener tries to give maximum amount of thought to the speaker's ideas which are being communicated by him or her, leaving a minimum amount of time for mental exercises to go off track means he never diverts his or her mind. A good listener never diverts his or her mind from the topic or message being provided, being communicated by the speaker. So, following are the characteristics of good and effective listener. Very first is an effective or a good listener is always attentive. Attentive means he listens everything carefully, attentively. Good listener must pay attention to the key points. He should be alert. He should avoid any kind of distraction. So this is first quality or characteristic of good listener, that he must be attentive. So he must pay attention to the key points of the information which is being communicated or provided by the speaker. He should be alert. He should avoid any kind of distraction, means he should avoid to distract from the main message being conveyed to him. Second characteristic of good listener or an effective listener is do not assume. Good listener does not ignore the information he considers is unnecessary. So this is quality of good listener, that if he thinks that something is unnecessary for him to listen, but he does not ignore that information. He should always summarize the speaker's ideas so that there is no misunderstanding of thoughts of speakers. He should always summarize the speaker's ideas so that there is no misunderstanding of thoughts of speakers. A good listener should summarize, try to understand speaker's ideas so that there is no misunderstanding of thoughts of speakers. He avoids premature judgments about the speaker's message. He avoids premature judgments. He never tries to judge the message of the speaker. So he does not assume anything by himself or herself. He tries to listen carefully, to listen attentively to the message of the speaker, and then tries to summarize the ideas, the main points from that message. Third characteristic is listen for feelings and facts. Good listener deliberately listens for the feelings of the speaker, means he never hurts the emotions or the feelings of the speaker by ignoring his message, by ignoring to his message. He concentrates totally on the facts. A good listener always concentrates upon the facts. He evaluates the facts objectively. His listening is sympathetic, active, and alert. So, a good listener listens to the message of the speaker sympathetically. Sympathetic means हमदर्दी होना, actively, and by being alert. So he listens the message or the information provided by the speaker with sympathy, actively, and with alertness. He keenly observes the gestures, facial expression, and body language of the speaker. So, a good listener, he attentively observes the gestures, ishare. He observes the gestures of the speaker, his or her facial expression while speaking, and body language of the speaker. In short, a good listener should be projective, means one who tries to understand the views of the speaker. Means a good listener should try to understand the views of the speaker. A good listener also should be empathetic. Empathetic means he should concentrate not only on the surface meaning of the message, but he should try to probe the feelings and emotions of the speaker. So, a good listener should care for the feelings, emotions, and facts of the speaker. Next is concentrate on the other speakers kindly and generously. Concentrate on the other speakers kindly and generously. A good listener makes deliberate efforts to give a chance to other speakers also to express their thoughts and views. A good listener makes deliberate efforts. Deliberate means consciously. Efforts done by the listener consciously or attentively to give a chance to other speakers also to express their thoughts and views. A good listener gives time to other speakers to speak on any topic. He tries to learn from every speaker. He evaluates the speaker's ideas in spare time. He focuses on the content of the speaker's message and not on the speaker's personality and looks. So, a good listener tries to give an opportunity to another speakers also to express their thoughts and their views. He tries to learn from every speaker. After listening to any speaker, he tries to evaluate the ideas being expressed by the speaker. Then he focuses only upon the content of the speaker's message and he never concentrates, he never uh, focus upon the speaker's personality and his or her looks. Next is opportunizes. A good listener tries to take benefit from the opportunities arising. He asks, what's in it for me? So, a good listener is that who tries to take benefit from the opportunities which are arising, means he tries to grab from the message which is being conveyed to him by the speaker. After listening to the speaker, he thinks, what's in it for me, that what he can grab from that message. So a good listener is opportunizes. He takes benefit from the opportunities. So in the end, we can say that effective listening enhances the communication quality. It makes all attentive, means effect in communication, not only the speaking is essential, but effective listening is also important in good communication, because it makes everyone attentive. It encourages optimistic attitude, healthy relations, and more participation. Good listening or effective listening encourages optimistic attitude, healthy relations, and more participation. It leads to better decision making in an organization. If a listener is good or effective, it leads to better decision making in any organization or any company. Effective listening is directly related to our ability to do teamwork. Effective listening is directly related to our ability to do teamwork. It must be noted that we listen at about an efficiency rate of 25% maximum, and we remember only about 50% of what is delivered during a 10-minute speech or lecture or communication. This is to be noted that every person listens at about 20% of an efficiency, and we remember only about 50% of what is being delivered to us within a 10-minute speech, 10 minutes lecture, or anything that is communicated to us in 10 minutes. So all these are the characteristics of good and effective listener: to be attentive, do not assume, listen for feelings and facts, concentrate on the other speakers kindly and generously, opportunizes, means to take opportunity from the to take benefit from the opportunity. All these are characteristics of good and effective listening. So today we have covered this important topic, students. Tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture and some new topic. Thank you very much.